Further, Minister, to a statement yesterday by Manufacturing Australia which outlines the threat to South Australia and investment from unreliable and high-priced power. Will the minister outline the challenges facing South Australian industry and what action the government is taking to safeguard jobs and investment in the future?
The Minister for Innovation, Industry and Science.
Thank you very much, Mr Speaker, and I want to thank the member for Grey, whose electorate was so badly affected by the recent blackout in South Australia. As the Prime Minister has said, energy is built around the three elements of security, affordability and reducing emissions. In a sense, it's like a stool with three legs. Unfortunately, in South Australia at the moment, two of those legs are missing. And it was Manufacturing Australia yesterday that made that point when they said, and I quote, "The lack of stability and high power prices in South Australia are threatening both existing and future manufacturing investment in a state already reeling from automotive closures." In the electorate of Grey alone, we know that the blackout has cost Arium, at a very difficult time in its history, $30 million. It's cost Nearstar $7 million. But it's also cost small businesses such as Possum's Corner Store in Port Lincoln $20,000 after their refrigeration was lost, their food was spoiled and their ability to carry on operations was compromised. That's what's actually happening to real jobs and real employment in South Australia. Now, there are two different approaches to dealing with this problem. On our side, there's a practical approach where we've been supporting Arium with $49 million for a loan to upgrade their beneficiation plant. We've been supporting Arium with 1,200 kilometres of rail track through the Australian Rail Track Corporation contract. And the Minister for the Environment, working with the Prime Minister, called an emergency meeting of COAG to address the issue of energy security, of energy affordability and to commission an emergency assessment of these issues. There is, however, also another approach, and that is the Labor Party approach, because yesterday in the Senate, Senator Waters of the Greens and Senator Dastyari put a motion, and that motion to the Senate said the following. They wanted to consider regulated planned closures. I repeat, regulated planned closures of electricity generation and other industrial assets. So what that says is they want to close power stations, they want to close steel factories, they want to close lead and zinc. What else do they want to close? What do they mean by regulated planned closures of other industrial assets? That means steel, that means cement, that means aluminium, and that means jobs of workers whose families depend on that income. This is a new moment in Australian industrial history when the workers